Hello, everybody, and happy Monday. It is time for another episode of Mark's Monday Minutes in Portland Real Estate. It is the week of November 13th. That's right, we're kicking off the third full week of November. That means Thanksgiving's just, 10 happy turkey days away. Oh my goodness, I can feel the weight coming on me right now. Bring me stuffing, bring me cranberries. All right, I have three takeaways this week. First of all, buyers have absolutely responded to rates dipping in below 8%. We saw the buyers come out this weekend. Second is the number of new listings and transactions happening in the Portland metropolitan area have finally come up above the numbers for 22, which is fantastic news, getting back to normal. And number three, I'm optimistic about interest rates. Today we have the consumer price index numbers that are going to come out. I am hoping, fingers crossed, we're going to hear some good news because I'm thinking about further rate increases or hopefully the lack thereof. Let's begin with the numbers this week. All right, first of all, the number of active listings in Portland, 4,264. This is the fourth week in a row that they're trending down. This is good. We hit the high water point of listings back the third week of October. So we expect that now we will trend downwards towards even lower inventory that will turn around and head back up after the first of the year. Remember last year, or actually this year in January, we started the year with right at 3,000 listings in the Portland market. We're now up to just barely 40, just under 4,300. And just as a matter of perspective, back in 2019, we had 6,800 listings, and that was considered normal. So we are so far down, such low inventory, just giving perspective. Now, the number of new listings this week, 393. This has been dropping steadily. I can't see back in my notes how far back it's been since we were back in the 300s. It's happened one other time back the week of Halloween, and then I think it was several weeks before then, so probably 6, 7, maybe 8 weeks at most. As expected, new listings will decline as sellers choose to wait until spring. The number of pending homes this week, 324, down from 390. But I got to tell you, the previous 390 was a catch-up from the week before then. So the buyers have come out. The number of sold homes, it's a predictor from 30 to 45 days ago, 250. The number of homes with a price adjustment, we dropped actually down to 1,105 that have had a price adjustment of $99 or more in the last 45 days, bringing us down to just under 26%. We're at 25.9%. We've been bouncing in this 26 to 27%, so we're just on the downward edge of that. That means these homes are selling or the sellers are taking their homes off the market. The two possible solutions there. The number of coming soon, no showings. These are the homes that I can see in the next 21 days, and I'm happy to give you information on them. You just have to reach out to me. I can answer the question for you. 24, up from 21 the week before, but down from 28, 30, and 33 the previous weeks before that. The number of sold homes in the last 30 days, 1,437, giving us roughly a 2.9 month worth of inventory. This is the metric that we look at. How many months of inventory? 2.9. We were bouncing in the low threes earlier in the month. Now we've dipped back down to 2.9. We did finish September with an average of 2.9. So I think we'll probably see a similar number here by the time we get through November. Now let's talk about those 4-car garage homes. The garage homes of the 4-car garage or larger, 112, of which 37, approximately a third, are under $1 million. That's a plus because those are those affordable garage homes out there that I know everybody's looking for a larger garage. I can help you with that. That's what I do every day, every week. The number of new listings this week, 7, of which 5 were under that $1 million point. Hey, that's pretty good. The number of pending homes this week, 7. All 7 were under $1 million. Good for those buyers. Number of sold homes in the last week, only 2, of which 1 was under $1 million. But that was a bit of an artifact because we had those that went pending back in the week of October 23rd. There were only 3 homes that went pending, so 2 of them sold. 1 may have fallen out or is waiting for another week. Number of sold homes with a 4-car garage in the last 30 days, 26, 11 of which were under $1 million. Now, let's get to those 3 takeaways that we were talking about. First and foremost, buyers have reacted to changes in rates, not overall rates. I'll do another video about the impact of rates overall, but what I noticed this weekend is buyers were out looking at homes. Other agents were reporting buyers at their open houses. I had 4 showings this week on 1 listing after not much of anything for the 3 weeks before then. So as soon as rates hit 8%, buyers kind of went, yeah, I think I'm going to sit back on the fence and wait. they dropped below 8%, and boom, they jumped right off the fence, got out looking at homes. This is good. We're seeing a lot of sellers start to offer rate buy downs. We've seen a few and a lot of conversation about that earlier in the year, but now I'm seeing it specifically. What is a rate buy down? It's where a buyer contributes where a seller contributes to a buyer's loan cost and essentially gives them a credit to use to buy the rate down. So if it were an 8% rate today, they actually qualify for 12 months, for example, at a 6% rate, and then the second 12 months at a 7% rate, and then at year 3 it goes back to 8. Well, the expectation is that in the course of the next 24 months, we will see a downward adjustment of mortgage rates and you can refinance at a lower number. If for some reason you don't and the rates go higher, you're locked in at that 8%. So it's sort of a win-win. It's a way sellers can help, and it actually is far better than just reducing the price overall for the sake of the seller. And for the buyer, it buys them some opportunities. So think about it. We can talk more about that. Second takeaway this week, we have finally hit the number of transactions, the new listings and the number of transactions overall that have caught up with our sales in 22. We actually started the year at 30% lower in 23 than we were at 22. So we had to do a lot of catch up to get back up, and we're there. We are on that path back to normal. I can explain the data, I can explain the numbers, but just we are on that way. Again, as I mentioned, right now we have 4,264 listings. Compared to November of 2019, just 4 years ago, we had 6,800 listings. We are 63% of that previous number, and that wasn't the high watermark. Normally, at that time, we also had 2.9 months worth of inventory. So its inventory measure is a measure of the number of listings and the rate of those homes that are going under contract. If the numbers go up, the rate can remain the same. But if the numbers are scarce, right now, again, not much opportunity, but it's good to see the number of transactions going back up. This is normal. This is healthy. This is optimistic. I'm a little optimistic and happy today. Finally, yes, I'm optimistic because today we're going to hear about the Consumer Price Index coming out. And this is the bellwether that investors look to. If the numbers are positive for the first time in a very long time, if they think they're slowing down if they think they're slowing inflation enough down good, that means lesser chance of a rate increase in the December, which is the last time they can do it. Hopefully not. Fingers crossed they don't. We'll see what those numbers come out, and it could be good. It could be not so good. We'll find out today, and we'll see what happens. I'll give you an update next week. All right, that is it. Have a wonderful week. Have a great week. Get ready for Turkey Day. Get out, do some exercises, go run some miles, hit that bicycle, because next week I plan on laying on the pounds. Have a great week.